Hola, buenas. Hoy tenemos una nueva entrevista en el canal. Y sí, es la primera que hago directamente en inglés, así que os pido disculpas de antemano por mi pronunciación y por aquellas palabras o frases que no diga correctamente. A día de hoy sigo aprendiendo. Esta vez os traigo una banda recién salida del horno, ya que comenzaron a finales de diciembre de 2025. Ellos son Softglow, una banda que, con su único single sacado hasta la fecha, podríamos decir que mezclan shoegaze y dream pop con metal alternativo. Pero nada más lejos que eso, ya que, según me comentan ellos en esta conversación, quieren abordar distintos géneros y tintes con cada lanzamiento. La banda se compone de Gil, guitarrista y voz principal, Dave, guitarrista, Swen, bajista y Sebi, batería de la banda, que no pudo acompañarnos en esta conversación ya que no estaba disponible en ese momento. Ellos, aparte de este nuevo proyecto, tienen otros proyectos más, como puede ser Solace, XOXO e incluso Life Crusher, donde ellos participan, aunque no en los mismos roles que en este nuevo proyecto. Son gente muy simpática, así que espero que disfrutéis muchísimo la conversación y que les deis una oportunidad, ya que con su único single Fall For You te hace darte cuenta de lo bien trabajado y único que es su sonido. Nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Chao, chao. Like I already pressed the record button. I don't usually like say like an introduction. I usually like record an introduction and connect it with the video and all the stuff. So guys, well, first of all, how do you feel? How do you guys feel? We know with the it's the first single of the band.
Yeah.
Uh, is the first, like is the already the beginning of the project? If I'm not wrong, you started like in 19 or 20th or December or something like that. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes, I think the first single came out on the 19th of December.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the second one, no, no, no. We just got like a mix
hmm,
yesterday. I think the next one is coming pretty soon, but I'm not sure
nice.
when. We haven't decided it yet.
Nice. That's so nice. So first of all, guys, I would love to if you can. I know that is like an quite an awkward question, like ask you about it. But can you guys introduce yourselves, like each one of you, and explain your role in the band?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Gilles. I play drums, but in Soft Glow, I try to sing and try to play guitar. Yeah.
Nice.
And you basically wrote the whole record, almost everything. Basically, he wrote most of the songs.
Hmm.
I'm Dave. I'm playing guitar well, doing some backing screams sometimes, and I'm doing mostly just like a little bit of a background lead, if that makes sense,
Hmm.
like spheric parts.
Yeah.
And I wrote a lot of the lyrics, I think. Yeah, I help with the lyrics.
Nice. What
Yeah.
about you, man?
And I'm Sven, and I play the bass guitar.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
So for
basically
like
it.
having already like introduced yourselves in the conversation, it's not like an interview. I always say this, like I don't want to make this like a professional interview. Like it sounds like for me it's not accurate about the underground scene or whatever. Like it's not my way of making the things. Like I always like to try to make like a conversation, like as you are doing, like drinking a beer or taking a cup of coffee in the coffee shop. So
Yeah.
that's what my intention is. So guys, like before being involved in this new project, I know that you have like other projects at the same time, like actively. So can you guys, like each one of you, if that's possible, you can actually tell me which are the other projects that you are actually going on? Because if you want to talk more in detail about each one of the projects and every album, every EP or whatever, we can like create a new interview for the next week or which date it will fit better for you. But if you can guys like talk about that projects that you are actually active and which role that you actually have in that projects as
Mm.
well.
So I think me and Dave are almost in like every project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are I'm the drummer from Life Crusher.
Hmm.
He plays guitar in Life Crusher. I'm the drummer of XOXO,
I'm the guitarist of XOXO.
and you're doing vocals in XOXO. Then I just recently joined Solace. That's the band
Nice.
the other guys from the band.
Yeah, that's basically the same band now as Soft Glow, but with the singer now playing the drums and Chill
Oh,
kind of
okay.
switching.
Get it.
Yeah, yes. Big shout out to Sevi here. Sadly, right now, but he had probably think he's going to have a good time in Australia. He's doing some race, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Sevi.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It was like it was kind of like a new band beginning because Solace was kind of dying off, and then Sheil helped out at the drums for the last show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that revived Solace as well. Solace is to play guitar, Sevi is the singer, and Sven is also the bass. Yeah, Soft Glow kind of saved Solace as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Soft Glow started basically because we thought Solace
Yeah.
is dying.
So you had to revive
And
that
now
demo gaze kind of vibe, right? In a new project or whatever.
yeah, but now we have both basically. So that's also good.
That you actually explore like I don't know if the same, but like kind of similar genre, right? Like in the same
I think
vibe.
it's almost the same. But I think
Like one riff is basically just the same, but played like the other way around.
Okay. That's actually fun to know.
But
Yeah.
but someone is getting cold. Oh, me is getting cold. Fuck. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, I think especially from like the if we don't look at the vocals,
Mhm.
then you could say it's kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the big difference is also that now with Shill singing like mostly with clean vocals, this kind of for sure like the difference there because the other band, Sevi, who's now playing the drums, does most of the lead vocals and he screams like always basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I think this in the end still gives it kind of a different twist, even though the music itself is kind of similar.
Yeah, and actually, like it kind of explores like more, the a creative, more like creative part of Jill. Like like being a drummer all the time, it can be kind of, I'm a drummer. I'm also a guitar player, bass player as well, and trying to learn how to growl and scream and all that stuff. So for me, when I am in a band, I was in a band like a long time ago. For me, it was like a little bit of breathtaking when you are like changing from different roles and you can explore the creativity of each different one.
and it's just different. It makes way more. I mean, I
Mhm.
love drumming. Drumming is a lot of fun, but it's
Yeah.
just completely new experience. Right? Actually, you can write music
Mhm.
as a drummer. You kind of forced to adjust to the music sometimes, and you can't really bring your own melodic inputs.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like about writing songs for Soft Glow. Yeah.
Yeah, so you now feel how the other guitar player and bass player feel when they are tuning the guitar and the bass and you are like making all the noise, right?
Yeah. Yes. Now I can be the guy like, shut the fuck up, drummer.
That's it. So, like talking about more like a quite personal question, like in your day-to-day life, how do you balance, your personal life with your musical life? I guess you actually guys have you have like a lot of projects going on, so maybe, it's gonna be a little bit difficult or overwhelming situation day by day. Maybe you have your work apart from the band, so how do you balance that?
For me, I think I work 80% like Monday to Thursday, a 9 to 5 job, just something normal.
Mhm.
And each minute I'm away of work or I can do music. That's probably why I have that many bands because I like to play as much. I like to play shows live as much as I can, and I
Mhm.
like to write music with friends together. For me, it's like the best thing ever. Um, and yeah, I think music is my balance, my life balance. I'm going probably would go have a clinic or yeah. I think music is
Same.
helping me depression in my part.
Yeah, I can feel you with that.
I'm laughing, but I have to go to the clinic in like 2 days.
Oh my god, man. But you're okay, right? Or no?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
No, I mean, I think I do music because like I don't have a job,
Mhm.
so music is kind of the only I'm remotely good at, and it's it, I don't know. It's since a kid, it's been the only thing that has brought me a sense of purpose. So yeah, that's kind of why I do it.
Yeah, and that requires like a lot of time, effort,
Yeah, a
many
lot of
overwhelming
effort.
situations,
Yeah,
and like all the things going on, and like using your most of the or your free time can be like well, I guess you have like another hobbies as well, but wasting not wasting, but using all the or most of your free time to that can be be felt and reflected in the music that you're doing. Like
yeah,
it feels like
yeah.
there's like a lot of effort and time put in
Definitely.
your
Music
music.
is especially like the lyrics I write. She has a perfect way of giving them the feeling that I have writing the lyrics.
Yeah,
And also with my other band with XOXO, I write most of the riffs and the lyrics. So it's a way for me to like work out my day-to-day shit. Like
yeah, it's like a
yeah,
therapy shit.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
P next to the therapy.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm the guy that works the most besides that. So for me, sometimes it's a bit hard
Mhm.
to find a lot of time. But I think we that's also the reason why they have like I don't know how many projects if we count everything.
Yeah.
And I'm only in the two projects that we have. But for me, it's also I just love to kind of to play together, to play live concerts, or also the creation process of if you like write something together and the moment that it kind of clicks,
Yeah.
Oh,
that okay, now you've created something that's really that sounds really nice,
Yeah.
and kind of I don't this just this yeah gives me something I don't know.
Yeah, that satisfaction and that feedback that music actually give it back to you, like making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And actually, I have another question that it's kind of like similar to this one, but how does everyday life, emotions, the problems, the routines influence the way you write the music and lyrics? Because I actually asked you about the balance. You actually tell me that most of you have the work 8 of 5 or whatever, or you use your most of the free time to make music. But actually, it's kind of a question that I want to ask about, the how your daily life or your routines actually influence you to know to write the lyrics in the music.
mm, I mean, for example,
Yeah.
you and the next is probably we're going to name it Split Ways. They were like just like five views, just like he was stating over the last 2 years. So the line I see your smile,
Mhm.
I kind of refer to it because like I immediately fell in love with that person. Split Ways, it's just like uh, we not divorced, but yeah, we split ways
Okay.
on a just complete. There was like no offense, no argumentation between us. So I think writing lyrics and writing music helps sometimes to conquer different emotions. Um, yeah, and sometimes it's kind of hard question.
Yeah, to find it actually helps you to find the words that you want to to describe the situation that you are going through, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
A lot of the lyrics I wrote while he was playing the songs, like just in like he lives a floor between. Back then, I think we still live together. Yeah, and when he played the guitar, I was just writing, like just getting my thoughts out.
Hmm.
And last year, I struggled a bit with substance abuse, so that's like a big part that I could just write about it.
Hmm.
And like he like kind of got what I wanted to say and just got the perfect melody for it. Like, yeah, that like it was a lot of that, a lot of him playing and me just writing down my thoughts that I had in that exact moment, hearing that music. Yeah, I think that's how most of the lyrics that I wrote like started out.
Yeah.
For me, it's similar. Uh, Funny thing is, normally if I don't have anything to, maybe I did not say that before, but in Solace I also wrote not as much as Sevi, but I also write quite a lot of lyrics. And the fun thing is, if I don't have anything to write about, that's mostly a good sign because I don't know, it has always been kind of a way of expressing emotions when I'm not feeling too
Yeah.
well. And so lately I haven't been writing a lot of lyrics, which is probably a good sign for my mental health, but that's
Yeah.
kind of how I express in writing lyrics. And yeah. But then if you need to write lyrics and you don't have anything, that's also can also be frustrating.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, like I know that these next two questions are kind of similar as well, but like it's a really awkward question as well. Like it's like a little bit difficult actually to answer for some people, but like in general, like in this project at least, which bands or artists do you consider to be like a general influence on this project? And we talk about later about your personal influences or bands that you actually enjoy. Maybe you share a lot of them. That's why the project can be begin and
Yeah, I think for this project, Soft Glow, there's like several inspirations. Basement.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I was listening, I when I first, sorry for interrupting, when I first listened to your single, my first thought was like, well, that's kind of a mix of Super Heaven
Yeah.
and Basement. I was like remembering the song Covet, for example. I was kind of feel that vibe. And Fleshwater maybe as well. Like I feel
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, big influences. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, on Fall for You, it's I kind of like to think goes in a way like kind of Deftones
Hmm.
slash what. The next single is more like a rock based band, but just Stereophonics or Water Lily.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the band, but that's just for me, my interpretation. And in the next single, We Split Ways, I kind of like to think about the vocals, really a lot of Muse because I'm a big Muse fan.
Nice. Origin of
Yeah.
Symmetry, my favorite album, one of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh yes, mine too.
Prince, yes, we have this one part, and like when he first it, like it's a vocal line, and it just reminded me of Prince. So
Nice.
Prince definitely an influence. To a lot of Prince on the car rides with our other projects. I think for me, definitely the cardboard swords
Hmm.
and modern baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely also has like an influence.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if what I can add there. I mean, for
Or like,
sure.
yeah.
Also, that's bands for me, bands for Solace. Maybe I also see it a bit for Soft Glow is bands like Touche Amore and
Hmm.
that kind of melodic hardcore
Yeah.
era. Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think though, especially from like the also the tuning that we play and kind of it's it's it also fits. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. So the next question is the same, but talking about your personal stuff. Which are your favorite artists or bands actually, or which are the bands that you actually influence you day by day, or the way you are creating music, like your main ones.
Hmm. I think for me, it's Muse,
Mm-hmm.
Placebo.
Placebo, nice.
I think it's those two, yeah. And for drumming wise, Blink 182. Yeah.
Nice. Travis Barker making that difference. I like it.
Janis Joplin, Chief Keef,
Love
and
Sosa.
yeah. No, for real, for real. But I think counterparts,
Yeah.
parts like especially in the way that the lyrics are written, like it just hits a spot that
Just raw.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs by them is like their song that is like written to the cat of the
Cat.
singer.
yeah,
If I'm not
yeah,
wrong, that is like one of the most emotional songs that I ever listened
yeah,
to.
it's that, yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, there are also those kind of bands like Counterparts, and then that whole era with like Modern Life, Landscapes, Departures, Casey's also, especially the older songs.
Hmm.
These also lyrically, they also, I don't know, they just hit the spot. He has a way of kind of using metaphors to kind of show something that's really sad in a really beautiful way. So I really like that. And also from like the music perspective, that's kind of what I like to play as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, for me, if I can add something about the question, if I can reply by myself, I can
Yep.
say that like for me it's like a big mix like of artists. One of the, if I can say the first one, obviously will be like Damian with all the projects, Sadness, Life, and all the stuff. Slow Dive I have to add as well.
Ooh, yeah.
That I saw them live last year, and I was like, I always tell this experience because I was like 7 hours before the show started in the queue waiting, like the first one. I was the first one, so I saw the
Oh.
tour bus. I saw the tour bus, and I was like, man, I'm here. Like I don't give a fuck. And I walked I saw Neil, the singer, one of the singers, and I was like talking with them, taking pictures. Also with Simon, that is the drummer of the band, also with Rachel, that I didn't have like enough time to talk with her, that I would love to to have more time to talk with her if she wants to. But at the live concert, I was like in the front row, and she was like all the time blowing me kisses. I was like fell in love with that experience all the time when I always say it. And like it was one of my best experiences I ever had. And another band that is like more dreamgazy, shoegazy, all kind of vibe. I have to say Life on Venus. That is like a band from Russia, from St. Petersburg, I guess. That if you don't guys know the band,
I don't know them.
you
Yeah.
have definitely to listen to it. There's an album called Odes to the Void.
Yeah.
It's my favorite album of all time.
Oh,
Like
cool.
you have to listen to it. I will send you the link if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have
It's
a
like
listen.
more like a dream pop, shoegaze, and dreamgaze as well. It's like a mix.
Yeah.
And yeah, like also I can name Björk maybe as well, like a pop artist. I don't know. I have like a lot of them. I will say actually too. Well, maybe because I was like a emo teenager. I will say, did you remember Bring Me the Horizon, Asking X Sound, all that bands, all that remains.
Steen, that was my favorite band when I was like 14.
Yeah.
So for I fucking love Steen.
Yeah, and one of my favorite inspirations, like one of my favorite bands as well, that is like post-hardcore emo screamo, Alesana. You know that band? You know that?
I don't know that one. I don't know that one too. No.
That's like so. Like
Yeah,
I have a lot of them.
Okay.
Like I have a lot of them, and like I can keep going. But let's move, if you don't mind, to like the next block that is more like talking about the musical questions.
Yeah.
So this first question is kind of related to the personal ones. So when did your fascination with music begin? When did you start composing, writing music, learning to play instruments, and
Mm. Well, I think as for me, if I think my dad he showed me rock music. He also plays guitar, so he was a big influence since I was a little kid.
Mhm.
think I started playing drums at 8 years old to 9 years old,
Nice.
like
Same here.
2 or 3 years. Then I completely quit
Hmm.
because I had the E drum and I was just not. I was not feeling it.
Yeah.
That was like going in the complete opposite way. So I cracked FL and started making rap beat like
Nice.
14 to I don't know, maybe 20, 21 years old. And then like when I was 20 in 2022, 2020 when Corona hit, I was going to party and someone like Franz, he was like, "Yo, we search a drummer," and I was like, "Yeah, I played a little bit drums," and he was like, "Can you play Oompa Oompa beat?" It's what it's called, the beat,
Yeah.
Celtic Frost beat, if you know what I mean. Um, yeah, maybe. And then I was going to a rehearsal with them,
Hmm.
and then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to go get a drum set and going to start learning. And I think since 2020, yeah, I've been fully learning drums. And then later on, when we moved in together, started playing guitars more free, like tried to learn because I had guitars at home,
Yeah.
and now I try to play guitar. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Like his thumb picking speed is insane.
Yeah, he actually underrates himself like a lot, I
Yeah.
see. And like you sound really good. Like I didn't know at first that you were drummer. Like I could say that you were like a singer and guitar player this like even before, So
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I think for me, my journey started when I got like a mixtape CD from, no, it was a cassette from my godfather,
yeah.
and there was Bon Jovi on it, and I just like air drum to it, and I really wanted a drum, but like we didn't have the space
Mm-hmm.
at the place where I grew up to have a drum, so I got like in first I had to learn the ukulele for a year because the guitar was too big.
Mm-hmm.
Learned guitar from like age 8. Remember, I had to work at my neighbor's garden for like half a year so I could get his guitar. Yeah, and then I just learned guitar, and then I band was really shit. Like I wrote all the songs, but they were too bad. But then I like met Devi at shows, and then they at point asked me to join them, and I
Mm-hmm.
joined Solace. That was big turning point in my life. Yeah, and then I met Chill, and we like started XOXO. From that, I joined Life Crusher, and now I'm basically just doing music all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Yeah, for me also kind of that kind of music. I was also because of my dad. He listened like early in the days, like to a lot of like Police and bands like that, and then Linkin Park and
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers and all those kind of all those all those bands. And then in school, I think maybe in fifth grade, I started playing the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then in like sixth or seventh grade, we had kind of a free class band that you could join. And Sevi, the guy that's in Australia right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, I know him since first class or kindergarten even. And then we both joined that class, and since then we're actually playing together. And I think he's also a big influence of why I came into that music because he showed me melodic hardcore.
Nice.
He kind of found that. Yeah. Um, yeah. And since then, we are doing music together. And then in like 2019, 2020, Dave joined. And now it's kind of the four of us. together. Yeah.
Yeah, every story sounds really interesting, and it had to be like kind of hard at the beginning. As I've been listening to you guys, like it has to be like at the beginning really hard, to even create, your role maybe, or your consolidate, or yeah, creating your role in your talking about, your musical projects and all that stuff. And at first when I was listening to your single, I felt at the exact moment that I was listening to it, I felt like that was not the first song that you ever made. Like you can feel that there's a lot of experience behind, about talking about production, mastering, mixing, and like even the music itself. So that's kind of great that you actually guys, like, nowadays you make music like that, and you contribute like a lot to the genre. So I appreciate it. And yeah, so this is kind of related. So could you tell me, yeah, like, about your creative process, like from the initial idea through the composition and recording to the final product?
I think soft glow started because we're like, it was the first time I was like, oh, I can need a band where I can play guitar and sing, because we were in June, we were in the studio with Live Crusher,
Mm-hmm.
and I my first song I ever wrote, guitars and the drums, and even sang, was in Live Crusher. Yeah, the song is not out yet, and because I've got like many like other friends were like, "Yo, you have a good voice," and I had like really fun writing a song with my guitar, like Dave's guitar. Then I was like, after the studio, I was like, "Yeah, I need to do something like that,"
Mm-hmm.
and I just started writing songs as, and then we showed it to Sevi and Sven, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do another." Yeah,
Sebi wanted to play drums anyway since forever, so it was kind of perfect.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Sven was the perfect fit as well for the bass. When we once had Solace, we already did like something similar that never like got put because then we continued Solace. I think now it's kind of like we can different better like what we want to place where, what song we want to place in Solace, if
Mm-hmm.
we want to place in Buffalo.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so you share like a little bit of, the main creative process between the different bands and projects, and you actually choose, the theme or the topic that you are gonna make in the song, and you choose the, to in between those projects, right? So
Yeah, yeah. And I think the cool thing about, I write like simple riffs and simple ideas. Then
mhm,
to Sevi, Sven, and Dave, and everyone brings like, yo, let's do a break there. I think let's do this part one more time, or like, so it's each member has like a lot of contribution to the song itself, and that's why I like they come out. It's just, yeah.
It's also the simplicity of it. I
mhm,
think we really kept it simple without like trying to like keep it still flows very well,
yeah.
but like it's just I don't know, it feels very safe. Yeah, at least the song is like what like creatively made me like open up for the lyrics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you actually guys sit down with an idea when you begin to compose, or some days or sometimes it's gonna be like a really trying to, to make a freestyle a little bit, and construction or building something in the at the moment.
Mm. I think it's like both.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs were like, yeah, I just sent it a demo, and they were okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think one song, the Solace song, me and I played acoustic guitar in my bed.
And
Well,
that's a song.
Yeah, and you were like, yeah, try those lyrics, and then he played the guitar and I sang to it. Then we showed it to Sven and Sevi, jammed it, and they were like just doing freestyle, and somehow the song turned out how it's sounding now.
Yeah, so talk me a little bit about it too, because I'm curious because I'm always when I was in a band and in other projects, I was always writing for drums, writing for guitar even, but for bass, for me it's like I don't know how you guys manage that.
Mm, I think, and that's also something we also discussed before, or I
Yeah.
kind of said. Sometimes it's hard, especially for me personally, to just sit there alone, listen to it, and write something to it. Sometimes I also enjoy kind of sitting together and uh, mostly, I mean, the guitar riffs are kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like when you either only with someone that plays guitar or with the whole band, and then try to have some ideas, but then try to build on those.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that helps me mostly. Yeah. I think I'm one of the guys who also enjoys that. I mean, you guys have to say that that's not true, but that I enjoy a lot to also kind of try it out a bit more in the band room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Dave and Jill are a bit more, let's say, what's a good word? Efficient in songwriting.
Yeah,
They're more like strict ideas, and then, but for me, sometimes this kind of creative process together also helps me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we always find a good like middle ground
yeah,
to how to kind of do it to get kind of that I have enough time to get some ideas, and that doesn't use too much in the end. We don't use too much time in the end, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for me, sometimes it can be, especially if you don't want to just have something like that is really basic, just copying the riffs and give
Yeah.
it. Sometimes there are songs, in my opinion, I also hear songs sometimes where I'm like, it simpler could be better if you just need, kind of
Yeah.
some power.
yeah.
Um, but to write a bit more, like to write maybe a riff that is not that brings something different to it, then it helps for me to also kind of jam it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for you guys, like sitting all together. It's really difficult being in a band, composing or even doing some rehearsals and not, to get into arguments or discussing like a lot or whatever. How do you guys manage that? Like, I actually said that you share like a lot of bands together, like influences and inspirations. So I can feel that you don't guys, I don't know, but you don't guys, maybe you don't uh, have fights or arguments too much because you can be in the same vibe at times of
Mm,
the time of composing and writing music, but
mhm.
sometimes it's quite difficult to manage that. So how do you guys manage it?
I think for soft glow so far we never ever had like a big argument whether the intro should be that or this. It just I think without any complaints of us four, the songs just and they are how they are like at least for me, yeah.
I think it's so we like had projects that were really um mentally straining. So
Mm-hmm.
we tried like to just be very so each other. Like we try to take care of each other because in the end we just love each four. Like we just
Yeah.
like a group of best friends. So I
Um,
think that's
and I think this still helps as well. But you can take care, but we are also honest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I
That's the
think
most
this
difficult
because
part, being honest about something that
yeah,
someone else write or whatever.
yeah, and because I think if you are also just kind of sugarcoating,
Hmm.
everybody, then maybe it helps in the moment, but long term, at some point, kind of someone explodes because something's already bothering them forever, but they never spoke about it.
Yeah,
But in general, I think we are quite open to ideas,
and transparent and
and
honest, and yeah,
yeah, kind of, if we have several ideas, it's not like everybody has his own idea and that's the only thing that works in their mind, and so kind of it's also easy, in my opinion, to find a compromise,
Yeah.
because mostly all the ideas are good, but maybe someone likes, or three people like that one more than the other, and then it's just, yeah, then it's still completely fine.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind
and
of
also
And then
I
it's small things that we talk about also now with the mixing and mastering from the first song. There were small arguments, and
yeah.
that are
yeah.
completely easy to
But
talk about.
Yeah,
but you
that
actually see that there's like a healthy relationship between you, like
I,
between each other.
yeah,
So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. It's really, and I'm, I think each one of us, I speak for myself now, but I think I'm very psychic, and I always try to say to guys, yo, please be honest. If vocal line or the guitar riff or the lyrics for that I wrote are shit, please tell me because
We're back. We're back.
Not
oh,
that
guys,
easy to.
it sounds like a explosion, like
yeah,
something
Yeah.
exploded in your house right now.
don't know what happened.
It sounded like something I would listen to in a like
Yeah, it sounds like noise
2
music.
a.m. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what that was.
That's totally fine. Like it will be cut, so never mind about it.
Okay, good.
So talking about the kind of production, or even talking about a little bit about the single. How was the experience, of working with 1408 Productions on shaping the sound of the single, and if you are gonna work with them in the next few singles as well, or the
Yeah.
next music that you are gonna perform?
So we basically what we did, we have 10 songs ready. Like
Oh,
basically we have an album. We are going to release some singles of it, but yeah, we recorded everything ourselves. Guitar, drums, vocals in our basements and like our rehearsal room. And
mhm.
we send it over to 1408 Productions, David. Me and Dave met David like 3 years ago from Live Crusher because we were going to a studio.
Mhm.
And since then, basically,
He's our producer.
he's basically our producer in every band I am. I think he's
Yeah.
done so far, except Solace. He's mixed and mastered songs for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's the sweetest guy ever.
I also he really matches like the the vibe that we want. So like with every project he just gets us the best product. Yeah. Just love for David and Justin.
Shout out to David then, and Justin.
Yeah.
So, you actually told me, and I'm a little bit interested if I can get some news. When are you planning, on releasing new music? Any EP or album that you actually told me that is like a kind of an album,
Yeah.
or maybe you're deciding maybe to split in two different EPs or whatever.
Mhm.
It's gonna be something really soon. Any dates that you can say, or maybe you cannot say anything about it?
So we haven't decided when the next single is going to come out, but I think we probably release 3 singles. I don't think we've talked about that one before.
Okay.
But
No, I think we have, but we were not quite sure yet.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I think we just haven't decided on the third yet if I'm not if I'm
Yeah, yeah, yes, that's true. Yeah, I think so.
So, but I think yes, we don't have any dates planned so far. But I think the next single is going to come out really, really soon, maybe in the next 2-3 months,
Nice.
even sooner. But yeah, I think if we're going to drop the singles, afterwards we're going to drop the album. And I think pretty sure it's going to be in year 26.
Nice. This year it will be your year, I guess.
Yeah, I think like we don't want to like stress it or force it.
Yeah, make it naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
But also not kind of stretch it
Yeah.
yeah,
to, I don't know,
Or just relax. That can
forever.
be like
Yeah.
we want to have like this good thin gray line between like not forcing anything but also not getting behind.
Mhm.
But we also like we are kind of we started out when we were already kind of ready, so I think we're good on track.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll be waiting for that.
yeah.
Are you planning actually, if you're releasing an album, an EP or whatever, to make a physical format as well? Because like I have like hundreds or of CDs, tapes, vinyls, and whatever. So I'm a kind of a collector as well. So I'm talking about like a personal question for myself.
I think we haven't talked about that yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think we didn't talk about that yet. We just said let's make an album and release it. We didn't
Yeah.
really make plans for it yet at all. It's just
Me personally, I would like a vinyl, but it's always a money question
Yeah,
in the end.
expensive as
So
fuck. Yeah.
yeah, but I
I
can just talk for myself that I love vinyls. So
Yeah, but I do too, and I think for the album, once it's out fully, I I think we're going to do vinyl because I have a contact who is a really really good friend of me. He's like living a really good friend. He's just a good friend. He works with XOXO as well,
Mm-hmm.
and we put out Life Crusher through him on vinyl as well. So I'm probably going to ask him if it's possible going through Inhumano Records, but I didn't ask him so far yet. But probably
That would be amazing, actually.
yeah, or maybe just then some tapes. But I think something physical, yeah, will be arranged.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like releasing also like some merch and all that stuff, like T-shirts or some kind of merch of something like that. And you
Yeah.
actually, it's kind of related, but are you planning when you have the album released? I guess you will make something, but are you planning to perform live with this project as well?
Uh, we are going to play a show, the first one in May.
Oh, you actually have a date.
We have a date, but I'm not sure.
how much you can talk about it.
Oh yeah, if I can, but yeah, probably we're supporting two bands. I don't know the bands yet, but they're like kind of similar, I guess, with playing the similar music that we are. But the first date is in May.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Sevi is away for 2 months, and we think we really want to practice a lot and get everything as tight as possible. Yeah. So I think and after that, after Sevi's back, after you are back from the clinic, I want to play a lot of shows. That's intention. Yeah.
Nice. So for myself, I want to ask us also, are you planning to come to Spain someday, or have you been here someday?
I would love to.
I think we played Spain once or twice. Once. That was one of the best shows ever.
Really? What was it?
It was in Barcelona. It was
Yeah.
it was like in a squat. The drum was full with mold, but the catering,
You ate so well, right?
Yeah,
Here you can eat it's
great.
really well.
No, it was great. It was like self-made salsa, fucking amazing. It was only chips and salsa, but it was fucking great.
Wow. So guys, when you come here again, let me know in any of the projects that you actually have active. I know that this one is gonna be a little bit longer, because of the releasing of the album and all that stuff. But if you have a date here, let me know. Like I will be the first one.
Yeah, of course.
Really appreciate it. So moving forward, to the talking about a little bit more in detail that we actually talk about it, but we can add some detail to it. Talking about the single Fall for You, I've noticed, you know, the shoegaze, dreamgazy vibes that the single has. What were you thinking when you decided to use this type of sounds in this first single?
Ooh. I
Played that riff.
I don't, yeah, maybe
You played that riff on acoustic guitar and I said, "Yo, that needs a lot of reverb."
Mm-hmm.
And then it just happened. Then it was just basically that riff all the way through, and just the lead like changing.
yeah, basically that one, like I think like almost every soft glow song,
Yeah.
I play basically almost one or two riffs,
Mm-hmm.
and Dave is going to do like all the melodies. And I think for me personally, it was like important as well that the bass really can play way much difficult shit than me, because I'm just singing and doing one or two riffs at a time. So yeah, the other guys are really help creating the sound that we have.
It's like a lot of a wall of tone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you not in a way where you just have a noise, but like a thicky guitar tone with a like thin lead,
Mm-hmm.
and the perfect bass tone of Sven's bass. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's so ethereal, the song as
Yeah.
well.
And I think generally it also helped having Solace before, because Dave and also Sevi are kind of um, missing the word.
Tony.
Yeah, kind of tone nerds, basically. Um, they bought way too much shit, but you know, they can create crazy sounds with their guitar. Um, and I think this also inspired, for me personally, how I also view, like, maybe during the mixing or so,
Mm-hmm.
kind of what it could sound like, or what it maybe should, in a way, sometimes a bit. And yeah,
I think it's a lot about creating atmosphere,
Yeah.
like
Like
that.
a
Yeah.
wall of sound.
Like, yeah, we want to create an atmosphere, and that's kind of how I went to it to find the sound. Like, is what makes this full thing into a feeling that you like that surrounds you. Like, yeah,
Yeah, actually, if I can say this, the intro reminds me like a lot of Youngest Daughter by Super Heaven.
Oh,
Like, you know, with the reverb, all the stuff. So
yeah.
that, at first I was like, yo, this sounds really like this, but not like saying that it sounds like a copy or something like that. Like, it sounds really
Yeah.
good. And, you know, I had the reference down there. And, you know, I saw that you actually posted like like a lot of well, posts and reels in Instagram, you know, about the single and all the stuff. So tell me, guys, who was the guy behind the video that you've been using on Instagram to promote the single? And you are planning to work with them or him or her or whatever again to for future music videos, or maybe not music video, but, you know, to promote the singles that you are actually releasing.
That's a funny question because it
shout out to Nadine.
yeah, shout out to Nadine, Sevi's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we arranged that day. We wanted to do band photos, and then I was like, yeah, because I do a lot of drum covers and drum reels. I was like, yeah, let's just put up some of our iPhones to get multiple angles at once.
Mm-hmm.
I can cut the song over the video, so the videos we did basically ourselves. So
Yeah.
the DIY with the help of Nadine. So yeah, I think for me, I would love to go to go further with like DIY video production for Soft Glow.
Yeah. It actually like looks really good. Like the video, it can be, you know, kind of handmade in some way.
Yeah.
But like it kind of feels the vibe with the song as well. So it's kind of like really accurate about the the feels of the song.
Yeah, I think Sevi is working as a light technician for a bigger band in Switzerland. Ikan Hiu. Fuck, I get it wrong. Please help me. What's the band?
He can hear you, is right.
Thanks.
And
Thank you.
and he's like for like visuals and stuff. Sevi has like a really good eye, and you two. For me, I'm just like I just need the cool shot of us playing.
Yeah.
So they match the vibe with the song with the lights basically. And yeah, and I did the rest.
I think Nadine also does everything for us, and she just her style of working is just perfect for the vibe that we have, I think.
Mhm.
Also, she just does amazing work. Like you cannot say it differently.
Yeah, she's so supportive about you.
Yeah, and like yeah, I think that we plan on keep on working together. I think that only makes sense.
Yeah, it comes naturally as you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
right?
very.
So it's not like talking about like getting a conversation and we are like and you're like we gotta work together. It's like it comes naturally and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of do you him asking her at night in front of the TV, do you have time on
Yeah.
Sunday to
Please
help us out?
can you record ourselves please for my project?
Yeah.
Can you make us look cool, please? Can you?
Can you? This is not my beautiful place of my face. Can you shoot the other one? That's so nice. Like that's actually so natural. So it matches, the underground vibe a little bit. So I really appreciate it. That it's really good as well. So talking more like deeply about the lyrics, you can feel how vulnerable in general they are, but when you dig a little bit you can also see the desire of reciprocity, feeling safe with the person you love, and also the fear and insecurity on losing that loved one. Is
yeah.
this a personal situation or just the feelings you wanted to explore in this single?
It was for that song I did write the lyrics, and for the next single as well. Um, that was just a personal experience. Yeah, I fell in love with with a girl, had
Mhm.
something with her for like 6 months, and then we split ways. So the next single makes even more sense when you hear the lyrics. So Far For You is basically the beginning we met, and we split ways is basically on the end of our relationship we had together.
Yeah.
I always thought you wrote "We Split Ways" for the when we split ways with our bassist, Crusher.
No.
That was always my like.
And also, when I see your smile, at first when I wrote lyrics, I was intention like my intention was to write about uh my addiction with weed when I had it.
Mhm.
So at first the song I thought like, well, the lyrics were meant to be for my addiction, because when I see your smell I fall for you. It's like when you take the first hit
Yeah.
of a joint, you
smell first.
yeah, it was smell, but then I was like smile, because I went through those went through this time with that person, and then I kind of then it was kind of, it's not a sad song, but it's not like a happy song either.
Yeah.
So
More optimistic maybe.
yeah.
Like, I think on the record, it's probably the most optimistic song.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and actually so interesting like when you combine like that uh heavy situation, like battling with addiction, and at the same time battling with the grief or suffering about being with someone and not anymore.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting that you actually made that change in the title, because it's like maybe it's a way to humanize a little bit that that experience, right?
Yeah, totally, and I think like overall with both of songs, she's still following me on Instagram. I don't know if she knows it's maybe
Maybe.
for her or written about our relationship, but
Mhm.
it helped me it really helped me get over that situation even
Like
better.
closing that chapter, right, of your life.
Yes, totally. Now when I hear those songs and look back, i'm I'm like, yeah, totally fine. It everything happened as it should. So yeah.
I'm really glad, and actually, I'm really proud of you, like for battling that addiction as well, because it's kind of
And
difficult. I have some friends, really close friends, that actually battling with with that type of stuff. So I'm really glad that you're feeling okay right now, and I hope you guys are feeling good actually nowadays too.
yeah.
And like I have the last two questions of this conversation that I actually said before, that if you want to dig in some other projects that you have active, like talking about each album, each vibe of the different album, we can do it as well. So I'm totally open to do it. I'm kind of
Yeah.
overwhelmed. Like I have like 6 or 7 interviews recorded, but not of them, any of them, like actually edited. Like like done and finished. So it doesn't matter. First up, the first one is like we actually talk about like a little bit about talking about your inspirations, like talking about bands and artists, talking about in general, more
Mhm.
impersonal stuff. Like each one of you talked about your artists and bands that you actually like, or it's like a kind of as an inspiration. And I want to know, talking about this single, you tell me a little bit, but we can talk up more in detail about the I can hear as I said, elements that remind me of Fleshwater, Life on Venus as well. When you listen to Life on Venus, you will understand what I'm saying. Super
Okay.
Heaven, and also Glare. That I don't know if you know the
Yeah.
band Glare.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite bands as well. All at once, like how significant been these bands in shaping your sound? Like we actually talking about inspirations, influences, talking about the project in general lately, talking about each one of you, and now talking about the single.
Mhm.
Has been, which bands or which of these bands have been more influential or shaping your sound in this single and all the singles that are gonna be in the future?
Oh, I think because like on the album, all songs, there were like, I think for each song I can
Mhm.
like name inspiration, at least for me.
Mhm.
For Fall of You, it was kind of inspiration. I had the inspiration from Deftones. Then we have like a punk rock song that was like
Nice.
Blink 182 influenced. The next single for me is just like kind of see the influence from Stereophonics, just like a regular rock band. Um,
That
there,
song was a little bit post-punky.
yes.
Nice.
Then the Solace ripoff, you obviously inspired by
Yeah.
Solace.
Mhm.
um, yeah, but I think for me, I can all of them 10 songs. I can like I could name you an influence, at least for me. I don't know.
I didn't had that much influence. I just like had a sound in mind that I wanted it to sound like my guitar,
Mhm.
and I just made that sound. Yeah, I didn't really, but I also don't really listen to that music that much.
Mhm. So it was like something new for you
Yeah,
at that time.
exactly. I
Something you
really
wanted to
like it,
explore.
but I'm not really deep into it. So I just looked for what sounds cool to me and went with that. Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Sven?
Yeah, for me it's also more. I mean, I have, as I said before, like especially those melodic hardcore bands and also some emo bands and stuff like that I really like to listen to and that I like the sound of it. But for me, it's also mostly a um, maybe you take a small idea or it's kind of, have you heard that song, that little thing they do there, that's really cool, maybe we could do something similar.
Yeah.
It's like something like that, but besides that, normally it's for me more of a what's the first idea and what's the vibe that it gives me and what fits, and this kind of then
Yeah.
what in the end, yeah, what what the song in the end is. And mostly, of course, it's kind of always has a similar vibe in some way because yeah, we in the end are inspired by certain bands, but I don't think it's kind of for me that I could personally say this band or that band for this song.
Yeah.
It's more of a like genre or type of music that kind of, yeah.
So I can actually see that you guys want to, maybe this project you will use it like some kind of way of exploring new genres, or maybe not getting stuck in, because maybe I saw that two of the projects that you actually have active are more like hardcore, maybe, if I'm not wrong. So it's in hardcore, it's kind of more difficult if you change if you're or if you switch from hardcore to something like more softer or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the audience is kind of
Angry.
yeah, close-minded. Well, if they get angry, the mosh pits will be better. But at the same time, it's gonna be like really difficult for them. So maybe you can use or start this project to explore that genres that you actually want to do and you cannot do in the other projects, maybe.
Definitely, for me, definitely. And what I kind of band, because there's not really of course in the album there's like a red line throughout the album,
Yeah.
but each song is like completely different. There are similarities, but I think with Softgo we can really do something new, and if it's not like genre based and it has to sound like that, it's completely fine. So I think we can basically do whatever we like. Even if we wanted to write a metalcore song,
Nice.
we,
Please.
we could. We could, yeah.
For me, it's also like I love that I can just let Shield live out his thing, and I could just, and I don't have like a really big writing role in it.
Mm-hmm.
Can take more of a step back, and I feel it feels really nice. And I love doing music with all four of them. So for me, it's more about making music than like stepping out in a new territory, because I do that all the time at home because I have nothing else to do. So
Yeah.
for me, it's really just about about doing music with my friends. Yeah.
Nice. So this will be the last one. That's the most difficult one for everyone. Not gonna, scare you or something. If you can make a top 3, top 5, or even top 10 of the albums that you actually feel that are the most important in your personal lives, or maybe in your creative process, can you name top 3, top 5, top 10, top whatever? I don't even care.
Mhm. Well, okay, for me, I think it's a top 3 or top 4. It's Absolution of Muse,
Nice.
or Imagery of Muse, Placebo, it's Black Market Music, and Mets, and Linkin Park, Meteora. Okay, it's still 5. And I don't know what's the album called again, but the Fleshwater, the album with
the duck.
with the duck on it. Yeah, I want it here. Or I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but that's definitely inflation for me.
Yeah, I actually have the vinyl cover, like the vinyl physical copy for that. We are not here to be loved. Yeah.
Oh, we
I-
are not here to be loved.
I
Yeah,
always, like forget the name, and that is one of my favorite albums as well, because my favorite song of that album changed every day.
okay. For me, it's Kiss the Ladder.
Nice.
It's such a hard
That
song.
song had to be longer. Later, if I'm not wrong, they released like a single that is kind of an intro to Kiss the Ladder as well. I don't know if you know it. So
Okay. Yeah, great band. Oh,
yeah. What about you?
I think for sure Meteora,
Yeah.
for sure. Horizons by the Parkway Drive.
Oh my god.
Like,
Yeah.
my cousin showed that to me, and I couldn't really speak to my cousin because he spoke French. I spoke German, but he
Okay.
was just like, "Listen, He's cool, and that was all he said, and it was amazing. It like totally changed everything. And discovering the waterfront by Silverstein,
Mm-hmm.
definitely some like old school like um Wish You Were Here by Pink
Beautiful.
Floyd, the album.
Nice.
Fucking
That's
nice
amazing.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jimi Hendrix is also big, and Bon Jovi. The first few Bon Jovi albums like really shaped.
Really?
Yeah, like I got them all from my godfather, and it just like made me want to do music.
Yeah, same here. Like
He
the
was a
songs
cool
Bed of
guy.
Roses, Always, Give It
Yeah,
Love a Bad Name, every song,
yeah. It's just that was like my childhood. Then also like a lot of rap stuff.
Nice. Same
Like
here actually.
it like changes from time to time. At the moment, I listen to a lot of metalcore again. Then like probably 2 months, I'm listening to solo rap again.
Same here. Like I change genre
And
every day as well.
yeah,
I love
I
that
love.
mention as well. Sorry for interrupting. I love that mention as well to Parkway Drive because one of my favorite metalcore kind of like they will like metalcore kind of mix with their deathcore sometimes. For me, a little bit. The Romance is Dead. Like for me, it's like one of my favorite breakdowns I ever listened to.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
and Horizons, if I'm not wrong, is the album that has Boneyards in that track list. If I'm not wrong.
Think Boneyards is
And
on that.
Carry On, Dead
Yeah,
Man's.
Carry On, and like the Idols and Anchors was the song like that got me. The intro to Idols and Anchors.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mention that.
Don't worry. I just wanted to add quick like, Amy Winehouse, Frank, that
Oh
album.
my god, I have it in a physical
Oh,
copy.
oh my god, I love that one so much. So yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, Stronger Than Me. That song.
Q-Tip, the Renaissance.
What do you say? Sorry?
The Renaissance by Q-Tip.
I haven't listened to that.
Listen to it. Do it. Listen to it. Just
I will note it right now.
when you have to drive, listen to it. Like when you have like a half an hour drive, just listen to it. You will have a good day afterwards. No
Nice.
matter what the fuck happened, you will just have a good day afterwards.
I will note it then. One of well, I gave it to Sven as well, and late and after
Sure.
that, I will talk about myself a little bit. Sorry.
It's not an album. It's more like an EP, the KC EP Fade with Thief, Hell, and Fade on it. I don't know if you know these songs.
I don't think so.
It's probably, in my opinion, the best three-piece EP or three-song EP that has ever been released.
Noted as well.
Yeah, maybe give it a listen. Then What's Left of Me for More Than Life. Um,
Hmm.
the, then I'm also a huge Post Manor fan.
Oh,
The album Be Nothing kind of is always on repeat again from time to time. And the you probably won't haven't heard of him. Maybe you have because we were talking about Parkway Drive. Casper, that's kind of a German
Not at all.
rapper, but he has had like a metalcore band before, and you can hear it in his sound. The album, it's like actually funny because the band XOXO is the album. It's called, and
Oh, cool.
it has really like for me that like emo-ish vibe, but in a
Yeah,
rap
definitely.
kind of way, and that's also an album I think it came out like 2010.
Yeah.
I still listen to it on quite a lot, on repeat. So these are the ones that I can think of. But same as Dave, it changes, especially for me within the seasons.
Hmm.
I mostly in summer I listen to more like I call it Australian like can beer music.
I get it. I
Uh,
get it.
kind of a lot of those. I don't know if you know what are good bands like Dear Seattle and
Yeah, I know.
I can't think of other, but kind of those.
That
And
vibe.
then
Yeah.
yeah, that vibe, and then in fall it goes into melodic hardcore again, and it can always change basically.
Yeah, same here. Like if I have to mention, if I have to do the top, it will be really difficult for me because it changes every day. I will have to mention for me the main one, the first one that I actually, not the first one that I actually fall in love, because it was like kind of later when I actually after I discovered it. But Thriller by Michael Jackson or Off the Wall, maybe one of them. Like
Oh yeah.
it's so obvious, but like it's my favorite artist of all time. And maybe for me it's a little bit different about the choosing on Linkin Park album. I would say Hybrid Theory, obviously, for me. Like it has the most underrated songs in their discography. For me, like one of maybe my favorite song by them is By Myself. That is like so kind of the underrated, or maybe not as known as any other song that they have. And With You, like I don't know if you have seen the live concert playing With You, like with that intro with the DJ and all the stuff. It's crazy.
Was that like the Life in Texas CD?
Yeah,
DVD they got? Yeah, I had that as a kid as well.
that was like really crazy. I have to mention as well So Lucky by Slowdive.
Yes.
Like Allison is that my cat is named Allison because of that song.
Oh,
Yeah, so I have to mention as well Homogenic by Björk. That is like one of my favorite pop albums of all time. Maybe I have to say something like The Cleansing by Suicide Silence, maybe.
oh my God, that's a really good. That's a really good one.
I have to add one as well because you said the one with the cat. My first own cat I had was named Stella after a Swiss band album named Stella Nera. It's from Parent Ochsner. He hates them, but the album is fucking great.
I will
It's like
note it then.
it's one of the best albums ever created.
Yeah, we had the same vibe about it. And I don't know, maybe thinking about something metalcore, I have to say the first EP of Bring Me the Horizon, maybe. This is what the edge of your seat was made for. I don't know if that's called like that. That it has like the most heavy songs that they ever made.
Like the more kind of almost deathcore vibe.
Yeah, it's like chaotic deathcore as well. Like dissonant
Yeah.
deathcore, I don't know, it's like kind of hard. And pray for like Count Your Blessings, like a really good album as well. But like my favorite song by them is Sleepwalking, so it's kind of different vibe. But
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite songs ever. And if I have to name something like really kind of contrast, maybe I have to mention the Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by Skrillex as well. Talking about
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that moves me to 2010 a little bit, and maybe something like more heavy, even more heavy stuff. Maybe the last album, not the first, no, the last album, not the other one, last album, the second last album by Sings of the Swarm. That is like a deathcore band that I actually enjoy. I really love. Maybe the first one of Chelsea Green, the first debut, the EP.
Yeah.
That's like a kind of deathcore vibe, or maybe Carnifex as well. Like there are so many bands, and maybe the hardest, maybe, or the most difficult to listen to that I actually enjoy is one of my favorite bands actually, is the Blood Splattered Satisfaction. Well, that's not the name of the album, but it's from Waking the Cadaver. This is like a slam, brutal death metal type shit.
Yeah.
That I discovered with their first EP, that it was like a demo in 2008 or something like that. So lo-fi and all the stuff, black metal, and there's a lot of genres that I enjoy that you actually I see that you actually do as well. And well, I think that we actually made like a really good conversation interview. That I actually said that if you want to dig in the other projects, maybe we can even make a different conversation for each project. I don't even mind at all.
I think I can't really talk about Life Crusher right now. I think so. Maybe we'll leave that one out. But I think for XOXO, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't know. I don't want to talk for Solace. Solace have.
I'm like down. But Sevi's
Yeah.
not here, so Sevi,
So I think there it would make sense to do it with Sevi.
Yeah,
Sevi needs to be here.
Yeah.
and maybe another interview for Solace as well, and
Yeah,
we can do it like that. I hope you guys feel like comfortable. I have
yeah,
to say
very.
sorry for my maybe my English pronunciation is not my main language.
Don't worry at
Here in
all.
Spain is like
Same
kind
for us.
really appreciate it. And actually, like here in Spain is not the main language of anyone, so it's kind of hard for us. Like we are in general in Spain, we are known for being like close-minded about talking in English. I know that the people who are from Spain and they are watching this and they're like, I'm not that type of guy. They are like a small percentage that we are like trying that and making that effort to, to make this like worldwide, like Pitbull, like Mr. Worldwide as well. So I hope you guys feel comfortable. I hope it doesn't take you a lot of time, and I hope I didn't waste a lot of your time. Like,
No, not at all. Not at all.
and
No,
I really
thanks a lot for the
Thank you.
conversation.
thank you for joining in. I don't know when is gonna be this like posted or released, because like I have a lot pending, and on
Oh,
9th of January I'm starting in a new company that it requires me like working like more like 8+ hours a day, and actually speaking English every day. So for me it's like double work. And we'll see. I will try my best to make it, at least release it before the album is released, so it has like some sense, some hype on it. And thank you guys for joining. Like actually, I really enjoyed this time, and I really enjoyed talking with you. And as I said, if you come to Spain or maybe closer, like I really love UK. So if you go to UK as well, I will be the first one on the queue.
definitely. We will tell you. We will tell you. You
Yeah,
can.
we'll call you up.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
You can. If there's a seat in the bus, you can come with us.
I really appreciate that.
No,
So
really, really, thank you once again, Javi.
appreciate it.
Especially because we're like nobody knows us, nobody listens to your music. We're like a really small band. No one in the world doesn't even know us. Completely an honor to have you interviewing us already, even though we only have one song out. I think people like you are really important for.
I appreciate it. They will make me tear up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh, really? Thank. Yeah, yeah. No, thank you, thank you a lot. It's really important to do something like this. Even give like smaller artists as ourselves an opportunity to talk about it. Feels cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate it as well. And thank you for that words. And like my main role here is like trying to give like kind of a spotlight or something like that, because like my channel is like so small, and it got like really big talking about the music, and the first conversation that I had. And I was like, why I cannot like talk with different artists and bands that I actually discovered scrolling through Instagram. Maybe the advertisements that I actually discovered you from that, like the advertisements of Instagram. And they're like kind of small. Maybe talking about this project, the other projects, I know that you are not that small, or that in the beginning. But that's my main role, like to try to bring to the channel the people or the artists or the bands that I actually listen to. So it's kind of a way of recommending my audience the music that they should listen to. So that's my intention. Some people can say that after the first interview with Damian, it got like a lot of audience and got subscriptions and all that stuff that I don't really care about. And maybe they think that I actually make this for for getting views or something like that. And it's like, man, I don't know how the word in Spanish in English is, but in Spanish it's like altruist. Maybe is that the word in English? Like
Mhm.
making something that you don't expect nothing up in exchange. Like you are doing it
Yeah.
just because you are feeling honest with it and transparent with it, and that's my main role here. So I really
You're kind
appreciate
of
that
not
you.
expecting to gain something out of it,
That's it.
basically.
That's it. So
Yeah.
I actually thank you guys
That's
for
cool.
joining and making this possible, because some bands are like there's like a lot of bands like interested, but like I really feel that this for me it's like a little bit overwhelming, like preparing everything, like listening to all the music and doing some research and kind of dive. But at the end, as you can see, it's like a really good time. really good conversation and really having a conversation with friends drinking beer or drinking coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it, like your words and being here. And yeah, I will tell you when this will be released. I love you
Thank
guys.
So
Thank,
much. Thank you so much, man.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much. So take care.
Have a
I'm glad that you are okay, and I hope you are okay this time.
Yeah.
enjoy your evening. Thanks a lot. And
Thank you so much for joining.
hopefully we'll see us in some small venue at some point.
I hope
That
so. I hope
was
so.
amazing. And good luck on your new job on Monday.
Thank you really much. It will be like overwhelming for me, but I will try my best to keep bringing this stuff to the channel, because some
Yeah.
people, are like kind of waiting for it. So I
Oh,
really
cool.
appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care,
Cool.
guys. Enjoy
Yeah,
You too.
the rest of your afternoon, and that's it. Have a good
Yeah.
day as well.
Thanks, man.
You too.
Bye bye. Thank you
Bye.
for joining.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you too, man.